You light up my life, Scott. Are you ready to have a really good show?
Yep.
Do you want to pray first? No.
Here I sit all broken hearted.
That's not a prayer. Oh, you're cracking up from the luck, shaking up from the luck, and looky too. Okay. Let's have a really good show, everybody.
Let's have a great show.
No, let's just have a.
This is for all of the patrons.
This is for all you moochers that I'm going to release this motherfucker for free, and then you're going to be hooked because we're just so fucking entertaining. Let's start the goddamn show. Yeah, I feel it. Oh. Hey, girl.
Hey.
It's Bobby Jean Spears here with my co-host, Scott Wallace. How you doing, Scott? Hey, girl. What's up?
Hey, girl, I'm great.
Good. What's going on? Did you have a happy holiday?
I had the happiest of holidays.
What'd you do? Run us through.
It was great. I went home. As you remember, I was going to go home. And then
I went home with you. I got that.
You did. We
I
rode
remember that
together.
part. Yep.
We went home. I dropped you off. And then I went to my home and I spent 2 days at my parents' house. We baked some cookies.
How was that? Your parents?
It's great. They're great.
Good.
They're wonderful. They're
Good.
beautiful.
Good.
Then we spent Christmas Eve and Christmas Day at my brother's house. And it was awesome.
What'd you get? What'd Santa bring you?
I got a new pair of boots. I got a black belt.
Santa come down your chimney?
He sure did.
Oh, what'd he leave?
Splooge. But I will say...
Oh, that's what Santa. Oh, that's what I sounded like after Santa left. I went and sat on the toilet and was like, "Oh, just a big old comfort." That's what Santa brought me. What Santa bring you? He filled my pink stocking with cum.
Oh my god!
That's actually what it sounded like. That's actually a real recording.
When did you sneak into my room and record that?
Last night. You did. We'll have to talk about that in a minute.
That's a deep tease.
But anyway, so what did you get for Christmas? What'd Santa bring?
I got so that's really like
Is it visible on screen? I don't believe it is, but
yeah, if you could see this black box.
I don't know if they can or not. Yeah, they can.
My mother and father, Santa Claus.
That's a water cooler.
They bought me a new water dispenser.
And it makes hot water right in front of your
It
eyes.
makes instant hot water. And it's better for the environment.
It's literally science.
It is. And
right
then and it's a bottom filler, so it doesn't look like as much of an eyesore in your...
You want cold water? It's got you covered.
It's got it.
You want tea? Fucking...
It's right there.
It's right there. You just like hit
you
hot
just push
water.
A button.
Yeah.
But anyway, I feel really bad.
Why? Why do you feel bad?
Because a couple weeks ago...
Because water is disgusting.
No, we're going back to my other Christmas presents.
Oh, your other Christmas presents. Gotcha.
My sister-in-law, the wonderful person that she is,
Wonderful sister-in-law.
She went shopping at the outlet mall,
Yeah,
not far from here, and
that would be the Tanger.
Yes,
or is it Tanger?
Tanger.
Scott or John, what is it called, honey? The outlets. How do we say it?
Tanger or Tanger?
Because however you say it, it's the opposite way.
Tanger.
The Tanger outlets.
Anyway, they have. I was there. My sister-in-law was there.
You were there.
However, we were not there at the same time. So the day that I was there, which was after her, I was texting her because I had questions about the present I was buying my mom.
Which was tell the people how good of a son you are.
I bought her a Kate Spade person wallet.
Mm-hmm.
It's green. It's her favorite color, and it's just like a cute little structured like satchel bag. But then,
maybe not the best centerpiece.
So my sister-in-law's texting
one of our
me,
tools,
and she's like, they also have a Michael Kors store there, and I was like, immediately, my little gay ass
bitch
who's worked
ass.
retail his whole life and used to sell Michael Kors purses to middle-aged white women on Black Friday in middle of nowhere, West Virginia.
What's wrong with middle-aged white women? I'm going to be one soon.
So I am haunted by Michael Kors handbags, and plus I just think they're like designer trash. I'm sorry, I have hard feelings
They
about
used to be good,
Michael
but
Kors.
once you wind up in a Marshalls or a TJ Maxx, you're no longer like, I mean, the day I see a Birkin in Marshalls,
I don't disagree with you.
then nobody wants it anymore.
Okay. So my sister-in-law's texting me, and she's asking me about Michael Kors, and then I'm like, I basically think that she's asking me because she was potentially thinking of getting one for herself. And I think very highly of my sister-in-law, so I don't want her.
No, I know. She's very sweet.
Like, I don't want her to have the reputation of being trashy with that awful purse.
Right. So you were
Sorry, this is just my opinion. If you have a Michael Kors bag and that's all you like,
you were doing the Lord's work by saying don't get a Michael. Don't get Michael Kors.
I just disagree.
It's just not
and
in
I think
anymore.
It's gross.
It's just not in anymore.
I just think it's gross. So, I thought I did my due diligence as a gay brother-in-law to be like, girl, stay far away.
There are women out there who just turned us off and threw their phone in their Michael Kors purse, and we're like,
I don't give a
fucking
shit.
faggots are such.
Those they probably also
bitches.
voted for Trump too. So
probably.
Anyway,
you mean you didn't?
What?
You didn't vote for him?
Shut up. Anyway, we're opening presents on Christmas morning. I thought I'd put this issue to bed. Like I made her avert the crisis. I did my due diligence. Flash forward to Christmas morning. My sister-in-law's like, wait, before you open your present, I need to talk to you.
Oh.
This is probably going to be an epic fail. And I was like, well, that was quite the build-up, Carrie. Thank you.
Shit the bed.
Yes. And I pull it out, and she's bought me a Michael Kors little, like, crossbody backpack.
Oh, that's so awkward. Did you feel so bad?
I didn't, because, like, I'd already put the foot in my mouth, so it was just, like...
When did you?
When I...
Yeah, but you didn't know. You had to face her.
I still had we had the conversation.
But you had to face her.
And well, as soon as I pulled it out, I was just like, oh, and she goes, I know you hate Michael Kors. I've got the receipt. It's just like, I'm sorry. She goes, well, do you even like it? And I was like, I don't dislike it because it is a cute bag and it doesn't have all the MKs all over it, and it's very subtle and it's olive green, and I'm a sucker for olive green. But it's also a cross, like it's a single strap cross.
Strap on.
Yes,
and Michael Kors strap on. I could get behind that.
And if you're looking on the Patreon page,
which you're not right now, you're
on the
watching
free
this
video.
for free.
I want to point out something.
Moochers.
Bobby.
Withering
away to nothing.
Before we do that, finish your Michael Kors story.
I am.
Okay. Well, then let me interject. I'm looking at you because this is an audio program, not the camera. But I did add a third cheaper tier to the Patreon, so $3 a month, and you just get the video versions of the podcast. No frills, no nothing else.
And we are delicious.
No riveting pre-show, handsome. Which for $2 extra, the
pre-show
one of us
is single.
Is pretty disgusting. Disgusting in a good way. Like if you like disgusting humor, you'll love the pre-show.
Yeah, that got really bad.
Yeah,
okay,
pre-cum.
So back to the subscribe. Okay, but back to the, if you can look.
Yeah. So pick the $3 tier if you're a cheap fucking bitch.
Bobby, dainty, tiny, slim, just withering away to nothing.
Stop it.
I am not that bitch. I'm full figured.
Chunky yet funky.
But like, I don't consider myself like large,
I don't think you're fat.
But I'm not.
I've always thought that you've carried your weight like
I do. I'm very
well.
lucky. Like I'm a naturally thick and dense
the
person.
Only 2011 you were obese.
Oh, there were times in my life I was morbid.
And you had shaved your head and you looked like Uncle Fester.
Like I am not.
In all of my
I'm not going to be walking
pictures.
A runway anytime soon.
We have graduation pictures of my college graduation. I am painted orange because I self-tanned.
You look like an Oompa Loompa.
I self-tanned 3 times in 2 nights before because I was like, I'm going to look so tan. Well, I was orange as fuck. And I had my graduation cap on. took all my pictures with my family, whatever. And then after the ceremony, took my cap off, and it had rubbed off, and I had the like
The orange,
the little triangle
shit stain
thing rubbed off my tan. I looked crazy. My mom wouldn't even.
You look like you were like submitted to under radiation.
That was back in the day. She took her memory card to Walmart and turned it black and white because she was like, everybody in my office thinks that I have a child of a different race, and they were like, "Is that Bobby?"
That's not a race. You looked either sickly, or radioactive.
Yeah. I looked awful.
Like no human being is meant to be that shade.
And I will say thank you for looking worse.
That was not by choice.
No, but it's the truth.
I had my head shaved at the time.
And he was about 370
I was every bit of 300 pounds. She was large Marge. Anyway.
My 300-pound life.
This is why I was getting back to the story. As you can see, Bobby is tiny, and I am above average in every sense of the fashion.
My skin is glowing.
But the crossbody strap where it hits...
I forgot.
It always just...
It's a very cute bag, I have to say.
It just... when you're a thick person...
It's not overly Michael Kors. It's not
it's really not
branded heavy.
It's very subtle.
Cute. And he put it... And I was like, just put it on for me. And he did. And I looked at him and I said, you know what? It's cute. But a crossbody really accentuates this breast.
It does.
And it does.
This is the problem.
It like lifts it up and it just looks so supple.
So I'm not saying if you have man boobs. I'm just saying even if you are a large person and unless you have like chiseled out pecs that are like shapely,
which I don't.
You're gonna have even if you don't have a man boob, you're gonna have a man boob
with this thing for sure.
Because like it's just like,
but
I'm Scott and this is my breast.
It really nestles up under you.
It's the first thing you look at. So
he walks around just looking like he's ready for the milking. So to my sister-in-law,
your heart was in the right place. I appreciate the gesture, but like, I hope you appreciate my honesty.
How much money are you going to get when you take it back?
Enough. Like, she spent way more than she should have.
Like, how much is that now at an outlet? Like, what does a Michael Kors little crossbody go for at an outlet?
Well, I will tell you this.
$75?
If there's one thing about my sister-in-law,
she probably used 8 coupons.
How to work $1.
She has a trapper keeper full of coupons.
She paid like $70 for that damn thing.
Oh. Well,
which is not...
It's really cute. If you don't find anything else, I'll take it.
Well, I think I have to keep it.
Oh, good. I'll use it.
Because
I can put my weed in
there's
there.
a whole bunch of rigmarole. Like, I would have to return it
rigmarole?
Yes. It's like,
okay,
she
Grandpa.
gave me the receipt, but she paid with a card, so it's going to have to be returned to her. Obviously, I don't want anything from Michael Kors. If you didn't already catch my drift from my earlier statements.
No, I understand.
But, like,
I get that.
I would have to, like, return it to her card and then have to have her, like, Venmo me the money so that I could go back and buy something.
It's kind of like rubbing salt in the wound of the fact that you fucking hate it.
I know. So I was maybe I'll just go look around and maybe if there's something that's not overly branded, like a nice little wallet.
You can exchange it.
I would exchange it.
Do you think at an outlet you can exchange it for like a gift certificate to the outlet?
To the outlet? That would be super.
If anybody knows, if you work at the Tankers.
The money goes to Michael Kors, like the Michael Kors store. It doesn't go to the mall.
Well,
the mall just pays a rent to sell from there.
Mall gift certificates work at all stores and malls.
I'll have to do some digging. Why don't you?
Let me. I'll look that right up for you later.
Can we get the assistant, the production, like the staff?
Well, we don't really need to know now. What else did you get? You got your water dispenser. You got a bag. I got
some new Doc Martin boots.
Those are cute. Those are cute.
Yes. Oh, and my sister got me luggage.
Oh yeah, the luggage was a while ago. It was Poochie, if I remember correctly.
It's like it's a knockoff, but they're very cute. It's like a camel brown, like a light camel peachy orange. So it's just like enough to be like making a statement, but still like subtle enough to be like, oh, look at you, Jet Setter.
It is very cute, and it's like that hard shell. Mm-hmm. So it's like
I got a big one and a little one.
You can get a lot in there. Just
and I'm going to tell you, I packed for 4 days. Thought I was overpacking. Still had room to grow in that.
I packed for 4 days and wore the same thing all 4 days.
I did the same thing.
I literally did. I think I underwear
two
included.
Pair of pants and like two or three t-shirts, and I just kept re-wearing like my hoodie.
Underwear included on 2 of the days.
Okay, not underwear. I showered every day because
I made it to 2 pair of underwear. So 4 nights, 2 pair. I mean, that's not bad.
I did 4
I didn't
days.
shart in them or anything.
I did 3 pairs of underwear because I put on a pair of underwear before I left on the trip. So
I feel like my underwear doesn't get really that dirty. I mean, what's it doing? Just cradling.
I'm large, like we just discussed.
Cradling your balls and holding your farts.
There's a lot of rubbing. There's a lot of, friction.
Tell me about the rubbing
down there. So like
balls against thigh or ball against ball or like
no, it's just like
cock-a-doodle-doo against
it's like
everything.
it's the thighs. It's a lot of thighs.
My grandpa recently got new specialty underwear that really lifts your balls up, and he really enjoys it. My mom got it for him.
I'm really happy for Larry. That's
so no more balls flopping in the toilet for him.
Testicle tea.
Yeah. No more ball dunks for him. God. My poor grandfather, you guys.
Those have got to be some low hangers.
Just a quick tangent before I tell you what I got for Christmas. We went to New York City a while ago. I don't even remember how long ago it was. It was me. Well, my dad was alive, so it was pre-2014. I wasn't with John. Can you not make noise with everything in the world? And so it was me, my dad, my mom, and Larry, my grandfather, my grandpapa, and we were supposed to be in I think I was supposed to stay with Larry, and my mom and dad were supposed to obviously stay together.
Okay.
And Larry went, and we had just gotten off the plane and gotten a taxi, and he'd just been holding it all damn day, and he had to pee, and he went into the bathroom of the room that him and I were going to share, and he sits down to pee like a lady, and I hear, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Oh my God, what happened? He's fallen. He can't get up. All senior citizens should have life alert." And he came out and he goes, "Well, what? There's something wrong with this toilet." And I was like, "What's the matter?" And he was like, "Well, every time I sit down in it, my balls hang in the water." And so he didn't just bitch to us. He decided to call the hotel front desk and proceeded to have a maintenance man come up. The poor thing spoke a little English, mostly Spanish. And my 78 at the time, or 77-year-old grandfather at the time, was trying to explain to this poor man that when he sits down in this toilet, his balls touch the water, and there's something wrong with the water level of the toilet bowl. And this poor guy is like, "I cannot help you."
No.
And then my dad was like, "Larry," sorry, that's his name. Oh, I already told you that. I was trying to keep it anonymous. And my dad was like, "Well, why don't you go sit on Amy and I's toilet and see if the same thing happens?" And he was like, so he goes over there, and then he comes back like 3 minutes later, and he goes, "Now that one's fine." And we were like, and the maintenance man's still up here waiting for my grandfather to go ball test another toilet. And he comes back and says it's okay. So instead of both of us all switching, he just roomed with my mom, and I ended up rooming with my dad. And we stayed at the Belvedere Hotel, and forever that is now called the Balva Dunk, because that's where he dunked his balls in the toilet. And so my mom now has gotten him, it must have been getting worse, and he has these special undies that really just like lift up that saggy scrotum, turn that frown upside down, just
for that support
from the floor to the, I don't know, nothing rhymes with floor that I was gonna say, but
the door.
Yeah, well, it picks them up and it gives them support
to the back door.
Yeah, it gives them support. This is the mama, this is the baby, and they
hold
hands because they're friends. If you don't get that, then you've
had a horrible childhood.
Well, and we can't explain it to you because it just wouldn't be funny. But it's from Superstar. Watch it. Mary Catherine Gallagher.
Molly Shannon's best work.
Yes. Okay, so now that we've digressed into my grandfather's balls, I'll get back to what I got for Christmas.
Yes.
So first of all, Santa was super sweet. He brought me this cold sore.
Oh,
If you're on, well, you will see this for
you
free.
had got a cold sore on Christmas, and I woke up with a giant white head zit, like right on the lip line.
I was hoping this was a zit, but then I got up close in the mirror and I was like, damn, that is a herpes cluster if I ever saw one. So I immediately Instacarted a Breva.
As one would.
Yes, and asked my mom to pay for it. Because because it was Christmas and it's the time of giving. And I was just like, Mom,
give me something.
Walgreens has a Breva. Can I Instacart it here? And she was like, I was like, can I use your PayPal? And she was like, yeah. And then a Breva, if you haven't seen it, is a bottle, maybe a millimeter in size. And it costs, try to guess how much one little thing of a Breva costs.
Isn't it like $22?
Yes!
It's outrageous.
That's why I was like, Mom, will you give me some
For like
Breva?
30 drops of a liquid.
Yeah.
Like creme.
And I like put it, I always forget that it's like medication and I'll start putting it on and then I'll go and like put my lips, like blot my lips together and I'm like, no, that's not what I need. But then I did have some Valtrex in my purse from when I had lip filler. They always give you Valtrex to prevent cold sores. So I had John bring those down on Christmas Eve. And now we're just left with this crusty remnant. Hope you can see it in 1080. It'll wink at you. But that's what
it's already asked me for dinner and drinks.
Mm-hmm. I'm always afraid to touch my tongue to it because I don't want to get one on my tongue. But that's the first thing Santa brought me. And then he brought me some money. My grandpa and my mom got me money. And my grandfather got me, Scott, and John the same $8 wallet from probably the checkout line at the Family Dollar.
Okay.
It's God love him. He put a $20 bill in it, so I think was the main point of it. But let's see. I got we got a lot of like homemade like shadow box type pretty pictures and displays, like heartfelt items.
Now, this is what we've all been on the edge. Like, how was Kentucky?
Oh, Kentucky was fun. What sucks is John came to my house right after work. Took him like, how long does it take?
It's like just over, like almost 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
But he was coming, he worked on Christmas Eve. He came home on Christmas Eve.
He drove 2.5 hours, came to my mom's house to spend Christmas Eve with us for like 5 hours. Then we went to bed. Then we woke up at fucking 7 a.m. because my mom was like, we're having cinnamon rolls for Christmas breakfast. So we had to get up that early.
I'm sure John had no problem waking up at 7 for cinnamon rolls.
No, he was already showered and I was dragging ass. I was so tired I didn't put my contacts in all day. I was like, you know what, I'd rather be blind. So that if the mood hits that I want to just take a quick little nap, I don't have to worry about my contacts drying out. Yeah. They're already gone. So we went there and we only got to spend like 4 hours, but it was fun. And we got some money there too. And John got a lot of heartfelt gifts. And am I missing anything, Juan?
But tell me about the experience. You brought home an extra gift.
My broccoli salad.
Tell us about.
Oh God.
John brought home all this food on Christmas. And I was going through it. It put the Cracker Barrel
like
to shame.
Country cooking.
Yes. But I opened up this Tupperware.
My mom and Larry went to a hotel and had a buffet.
And it looked like someone just vomited straight in it.
No, it didn't. Nobody's vomit is green and broccoli-like. My puke has always been
But I was like, what the fuck is this? And he goes, oh my God, it's broccoli salad. And it's delicious.
Why are you looking at the camera? It's an audio program, and we're having a conversation.
We're also performing for the patrons.
We don't have any.
Well, this is the free show.
Yeah.
Please subscribe.
I tried to pull my nipple
Patreon
out.
For just $3 a month. You get to look at us scream at each other.
But for $2 extra, you get the free show. And no, that's the $10 tier. If you're a rich bitch, you can do the extreme bet. This is what I named the tiers. So the $3 tier is the basic betch tier,
which we like her.
Yeah, I'm a basic betch. Like that's what I would probably join. Then we have the $5 tier, which is the Super Betch tier. And then we have the Extreme Betch tier, which is $10. And that's just like if you really want to support us because help us, we're poor. But if you're a member of the $5 tier for 3 months solid, you will get a fucking sticker of this. And you can put it anywhere. Like, it sticks. So, like.
And by this, he means for the audio, for the people too poor to look. Or just look at the pre-show.
Well, this
the
is free.
The pre-show is free. That's right.
This
so
is
I
free
retract
right
this
now.
ass.
So
anyway,
our logo.
It's our logo. It's our Hey Girl
that you're looking at.
Pod logo.
Yeah. And it is on a sticker. Way to knock that over. And then if you are a $10 a month Extreme Betch, you get, after 3 months of being a successful Extreme Betch, you get a coffee mug. Which
you know what we should do?
Wow.
We should each get a coffee mug and drink out of our coffee mug to advertise it for our patrons. And
drink wine out of it?
Yes. And then they'll be like, look at those two
we can order
skinny bitches drinking out of those fabulous mugs.
I'll order it. I'll do it.
Branding.
I know what I
Marketing.
Want. Yeah. So that's the new breakdown of the tiers. So, but yeah, this food he's talking of is not gross at all.
Oh, it's disgusting. I also think broccoli is the worst.
Then you can't be a fair. You can't be a fair judge.
But nothing is worse than raw broccoli.
Yeah. AIDS.
No, I'd rather have AIDS.
Oh, well, it is very. You can
hand to God. You could. I would.
My mom paid him one time to eat. How much did she pay you to eat?
She paid me $20 to eat a sprig of broccoli,
and he almost barfed.
I was heaving through the whole
thing.
But
he did it.
That was back when I was young. Now I'm like,
I was young.
I've been to hell, and I don't want to go back.
I love broccoli, but this broccoli salad has broccoli, cauliflower, and it's all like finely chopped. Like, think of an Outback Steakhouse chopped salad, but like with these vegetables. Semicolon or colon. I'm listing these vegetables. Not talking about my colon.
Yeah, it's a colon.
Yeah. Broccoli, cauliflower.
Gross.
Peas.
I like a pea.
Cheese.
I do like a cheese.
Bacon.
Who doesn't love bacon?
And some like Marzetti dressing or whatever, and it's all just tossed, and it's so fucking delicious. It's so good. Ew. That was foul.
That was the wine.
That was foul.
It was gurgly.
You should. If you page the garçon, he'll bring you more.
Hey,
garçon, my little fiery redhead, come here. Lucy, you got lots of explaining to do.
Be a lamb.
Be a lamb chop. Oh, or fall. Show the people your head.
Oh,
how's your head?
Well,
red. It's a natural red. He was doing very natural.
John decided to re-dye his hair because after the first attempt, it turned.
Orange,
electric copper orange, like
the color of this
traffic cone.
Bullshit. You were going for blonde. Bend down here and show us your head of your dick.
Oh.
Did you see it? It's very red.
I do not.
What stinks? Your crotch? It's the Fremunda cheese.
I did not.
It pairs very well with this wine.
I did shower last night, so after I came home and showered.
I like to pair a nice sweet Belpre wine with a Fremunda cheese.
Do you know when I had Siri
on
my phone and back home, and it would tell me to go to
navigation?
Belpre? Yes, and like I had the British Siri lady because she's just the best.
Hello.
She would say,
I am Siri. I did not know.
Into Belpre.
Belpre, yeah.
Belpre.
I don't know why she says that.
I'd always go, I'm Richie Cunningham.
She used to say,
this is my wife,
I don't know if she corrected herself, but she used to say Marietta. She couldn't say Marietta.
Oh, yeah.
She can't say, she's... Yeah, she can't speak very well. But, what were we talking about? This wine? Or Fremunda cheese? Fremunda cheese.
You were talking about how the wine pairs with the Fremunda cheese.
Yeah. And I was getting you topped off. On
You wish.
on your wine. I wanted my boyfriend to top you off. So, or my husband. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We are married, but I forgot because I don't
Well,
have
who's
my
your
ring
boyfriend?
on.
If you already have a husband, who's your boyfriend?
My boyfriend. I had to choose. Who is my boyfriend? My boyfriend. I don't know. I'll have to get back to you. Let me think. Let that stew. But
Timothy Chalamet.
I don't know. No, let me think. But right now he's my boyfriend because my wedding band is off because I had to take it off today because I had
A procedure.
done. I had an MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, done on my cervical spine, which the first time I was like, I don't have a cervix.
What? Yeah. Why is there a cervical spine and a cervix?
I don't know. But
Like,
when they
there are
said,
two very different places in the
but when
body
they said
and do
that,
two very different things.
when they said that I was getting surgery last October, 2 Octobers ago, Jesus, criminy. I just said criminy. I just talked about Fremunda cheese, but
you
I
can tell we've
didn't say
been in the
Christ.
country.
Jesus, criminy.
Christmas in the country.
But I put me back on track, Dad. What was I saying?
I don't know. I'm stunned.
Oh,
Criminy.
yeah, but what was before that? All right, well, it's been good.
Call in.
Call
if you
in.
remember, we're standing by.
Stop screaming into the mic. You're making it go into the red.
Oh.
What was it?
I have
What
that
was it
effect.
that I was telling you? Oh, my MRI.
Oh,
I had
yeah.
magnetic resonance imaging done today. And since it's magnetic, you can't have any metal or anything on. So I had to take off my wedding rings and put them in a bowl. And I haven't put them back on yet. So
Put them in a bowl.
yeah, so I had fun at my MRI. If you've ever have you ever had an MRI?
I have not had an MRI. I've had several. I've had 2 CT scans.
How do the what describe them? What is the device like? Like what do
Like
you
you
do?
lay on a bed and this big orb thing like
Circles
comes
you?
around you. Like yeah, you like go into. It's like going into a middle of a donut.
Okay.
And it spins and it's like
Yeah.
The
The thing that I had was like you go into the tube and you're like
you go into the unknown.
it's like literally like
did you
feel
stand?
like no you lay down
Okay.
and then you're like you know when you go to the bank and you have like those tubes.
Oh, like the funnel.
Yeah, you get like
thingies. Yeah.
put into it and you like get sucked back in and
What?
Yeah, you're like it's if you are claustrophobic, it's
Wait,
terrifying.
did it like suck you or suck like you off of the bed?
No,
Did you come?
No. It did, MRIs do not come with a happy ending. I was very upset. Like with my insurance, I thought a happy ending was covered, but it was not. I had to copay.
It does not suck you off into completion.
No, but then it takes you into the tube, and it's like they're like you cannot move. Like this will take 45 minutes on its own, but if you move, it will take longer. So you're just like not blinking. I'm like trying. I'm like, am I allowed to? I asked her. I was like, am I allowed to breathe? Like, can my chest move? And she was like, yes. And I was like, okay. She was like, but we're doing your cervical area. You have to be very still. And it's hard for me to be very still because I hurt a lot sometimes. And when you tell me not to move,
that's all you think about.
All I want to do is move.
But the thing is, you are very good at laying still and like doing nothing.
Oh, when I was in there for 45 minutes, I almost got an erection 3 times.
What? How? What was the feeling?
It vibrates so much and like whoa, and then different patterns and different settings. And like I'm just laying there and like my thighs are vibrating ever so slightly.
It's like a whole love ends for your body.
Which like then like transfers into my scrotal area. And
yeah.
It vibrates and then your wiener vibrates and then you're like thinking, oh my God, my wiener's vibrating. And then you're like, oh, sex. And then you're like, oh my God, I'm going to get a hard on. And I almost did, but I didn't. And when it was done.
What about the second time?
No.
What about the third?
3 times almost. Chubs. But I talked myself out of them. I was like, Please do not get a boner with these nurses. Don't get a boner with these nurses. Because
Dead babies.
I'm in a hospital gown, first of all, which I stole. And I brought it home in my teeny tiny little purse. And
that, like, that's your actual purse, right?
Yes, my actual purse. And when I came out,
well, some people call their purse their butthole.
It was, well, first of all, you have to take all your, like I forgot about my earrings. So at the last minute, she was like, "Oh, take out your earrings," and I was like, "Oh." I really wanted to be like, "Do I need to take out my Prince Albert, or are we good? Like, what about dick piercings or my taint piercings
or your nipples?"
But yeah, the vibration is very much like it vibrated, like, because you're elevated a teensy tiny bit, so your butt cheeks are free. So my butt cheeks were vibrating. So like my butthole was also vibrating. My taint
was elevating
vibrating.
you though? Were you like laying on a
pad? There's a pillow under your knees that you can like to like elevate your legs a little and like make you more comfortable. So it's like you're kind of like hanging free a little bit.
Yeah.
You're breaking free. They're soaring, flying. And so like there's just a lot of vibrations and it's kind of like but when I came out of there, I thought I was really funny and I was like, I didn't do that. I was like, "Oh my God, you girls." Like there were two girls and I was like, "I think I have a new job. I'm going to move to Hollywood and play Dead Corpse #1. I was like, "I've got a promising career." I was like, "I didn't move at all." And they were like, "No, you did a really good job." And I was like, "Thank you so much."
I'm surprised you didn't walk out and be like, "Oh my God, I almost got a boner 3 times."
No, I wasn't going to tell them. They didn't care.
Bobby is an oversharer.
Well, I did just tell everybody. I just didn't think it appropriate to tell the nurse.
This is the situation for it. But like you just to a stranger.
I would have if she asked. How did that MRI feel on your balls?
I'm like, well, I almost got erect 3 times.
It felt like a personal massager was placed there. Really, I mean, it was enjoyable. Except when you
like, how many like vibrations per minute would you say?
Oh, it's like like it sounds like a dildo, like when you like a bunny, like the rabbit when you like crank it up, and it does, and it's like the CAT scan. It's like wah 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 wah. So, but if I close my eyes and relaxed and just breathe, is that what you'd say? Breathe. I breathed.
I
took breaths. I breathed. Breathed isn't a word.
Yes.
I breathed.
The past tense of breathing. Breathe.
I breathed. I took a breath.
Breath.
I don't know. But anyway, I was in there breathing. And
yes, that's how I would say it. That's a much better way of saying it.
And it was like, I think I fell asleep a couple times. It's kind of relaxing until you open your eyes and see the literal machine roof, whatever it's called, right in front of your eyes. Like you are in a tube. You cannot move. You have a little thing in your hand that if you get too freaked out, you can squeeze and they'll bring you out. They'll pull out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But then you have to start all over. So I feel bad for people who are super claustrophobic. I fortunately took Xanax before I went, just in case, and just because I knew it was going to be a long time. So I was like, maybe I'll get a nap out of this. And it was kind of relaxing. It's kind of like white noise that also vibrates your balls. What more could you want?
Nothing.
I know. So that was my day. I had an MRI and yeah, everything's going to be fine. Don't worry about me. I'm okay.
I wasn't.
I know. But it was fun. I like things like that. I don't know why. I'm a good patient. I'm a really good patient. Nurses like me. They think I'm funny. At least they pretend to.
It's the part of your life where like oversharing finally like comes to fruition. Like,
well, yeah, because there's no one you can like you can say anything. There's nothing a nurse hasn't seen or heard. Nothing.
Oh, I believe it.
They wipe asses. I mean, our friend Abby shout out to Abby. She listens. Probably the only one. Hey, Abby. Hey, Sil.
I'm an ex-phys major. What can I do?
Oh my God. Our freshman year of college, my friend Abby Kelly and I, or Abby Smelly, Abigail Smelly.
We love her.
We love her.
So cute.
And we went to our first like big college game, and like somebody hit their head or fell in the bathroom, and we were exercise physiology majors at the time.
And they were fucking plastered.
Well, and
on
granted,
their ass.
I think we've had a week of class. We had orientation. And so Abby, like, is drunk and she, like, moves the crowd and she's like, step back, I'm an exercise physiology major, I can help. And, I mean, she didn't save the day, but it was very sweet of her to offer. And
she was ready.
Yeah, she was ready.
And now she's a nurse
practitioner, saving lives, has a gorgeous daughter. And you know what? I'm getting boners in MRI machines. So, I mean, who has a better life? Who's to say? Really?
I think
she does.
She definitely. There's
she has
like no
her
competition.
baby is so cute, and I can't believe we haven't gone and seen her little cute baby. I'm not going to say
Well, now
her
we
name.
all like live close to each other, so it's.
And we have for months.
Yeah.
But she is so cute, and it's so. Is it weird to have friends with a baby?
Yes. But not in a bad way. It just means like I just feel like, oh, your life is so much different now.
Oh, well, I just think it's weird because I remember going into basement bars in Morgan Hole that were like just with her just like falling into like beer soaked floors. And I'm like,
I bet you
and
can't
now
wait to hear
and
this.
now she's a mother. And now she's responsible for a life. And we're the same age, and I don't think I could be responsible for a life.
I know. I can say this.
I don't even like.
We did not mature as well as Abby did or Amy.
Well, your cup size is about the same.
Oh my God! Fuck off.
No, yours are bigger. But yeah, our friends that we hung out with.
They
in
have
college,
much more stable lives. That's for sure.
Well, their careers are more honorable. We've got a nurse practitioner
and a teacher.
There's nothing more like a call. There's nothing more of a calling than being a teacher. And I never got that call. And if I did, I would have screened it and just passed it on. Because I don't have patience. I don't think it necessarily would be the kids that would bother me. It'd be the parents.
Oh.
Like, the parents would drive me insane.
I could do it with no problem.
What? Teach?
Deal with parents.
I can't see you being a teacher.
I'd be an excellent teacher.
What would you teach?
I would love...
Home ec.
Honestly, like, I would love
blowjobs for dummies.
I would love to teach, like, a history class.
I'd like you to teach, like, a...
But here's the deal.
Like a sex history class.
I would want to teach something like high school. Because I was an education major in college, and I did clinicals at a junior high. And let me tell you, junior high kids
are so mean.
Holy crap.
I, like, get nervous around them now. Like, your nieces and nephews, I get nervous around. Because I'm like, are they judging me? Are they making fun of me? Like,
they absolutely are.
Are they going to go home and make a TikTok about me and talk about
well, they all have their opinions.
They're
still human, however.
Something is fuzzy.
We're good?
Something is
testing,
fuzzy.
1, 2.
That's driving me.
Let it go, Mary. It's a free show.
Yeah, but it's like hurting my ear holes. But you can keep talking. Just keep talking. Yes,
our friends are much more.
John, what do your friends from high school do now? John.
One's a park ranger.
Of course. Like a city park? Like the city park ranger on a Segway? Like Paul Blart? Which state park? In Kentucky? What state park is in Kentucky?
The Kentucky State Park.
What is it?
There are several, like,
state of wilderness.
State we have a state park we have like 2 in Parkersburg.
State parks? I thought that was like Yellowstone and like...
Those are national parks.
Okay, I don't need a civics
West
lesson.
Virginia does have one national park now.
What?
The New River. Like the New River Gorge.
Oh. I hear it's gorgeous.
It's very gorge.
Wait, let me hit my laughter button. That's like very short.
It's very
like I feel like I have to hit it like Or that's longer. Please
It's-
make noise, John, in the background. And top him. Will you top my co-host over here off with some more wine?
Yeah, Daddy, would ya?
But yeah,
Be a
junior
dear.
high kids make me very nervous.
I remember this one girl in my clinical class, this like student. I was in a music class, and she like liked me very much, and she brought me up like some of her work that she's been writing.
Music?
No, it was a story.
And
because I was that faggot,
I don't want to read your stories.
I was reading it.
I want to watch
And
mine.
it was Twilight. She literally, like, with a pencil, copied and pasted excerpts from Twilight.
Like, that was... And she
she,
passed
like,
it off as original?
She, like, passed it to me and, like, I wanted you to read my stuff. And ran away.
When was this?
I was in college. I was, like, her clinical teacher.
And she literally wrote
She
Twilight.
copied and pasted, but, like, handwritten.
That's embarrassing.
Some Stephanie Meyer.
What's more embarrassing is that you picked up on it.
Oh, yeah, because I read all the books. Terrible writing.
They were written on a third grade level.
It was, the story was good. The writing was fucking awful.
Okay,
The movies were
the
even
story
worse.
was not good.
I enjoyed the story.
I did not.
It's a love triangle. It's a romance. It's a little bit supernatural. It's teen. It's right up my alley.
It's a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll. See, do you not hear me sounding like a fucking robot?
You do have a crunch, crunch, munch, munch.
Crunch, crunch, munch, munch. Is that better? No.
Nope.
How about now?
Nope.
How about now?
Nope.
Nope. Sorry, I'm just pushing buttons on this thing because I don't know how it works.
Oh, that's way worse.
That was worse. Welcome to being self-produced. And I'm not editing this out, so just keep talking while I fuck with it. Oh,
it's the chords.
Yeah, what is with chords that touch things?
They're so touchy.
She's so touchy. Are you making fun of me, Riz?
Hey, Fungo. Thank you, Garcon.
You look like Frenchie. John looks like
you look like an Easter egg.
Beauty school dropout. Oh, and he really is a beauty school dropout.
He really is.
Aw. But I'm glad he waited to drop out until after he learned how to bleach hair and do color. I mean, he learned it on me. He's never very successful on his own hair. But I kind of like it, that red. I've always wanted to.
I feel like we have not talked about anything
with a redhead.
substantial for this show.
Look at the sign. It's about nothing. I re-listened to our other two. I'm doing it again. Oops, I did it again.
Oops.
It's vibrating. What is vibrating? Stop it. Stop it. You're horrible.
All right. I think it's good.
Okay. I just threw it.
You just chucked it.
I just chucked it into the ocean. But what were we saying? Oh, yeah. Look at the sign. The show is about nothing. I mean,
I know, but like for the free show, I feel like we got to give the fans.
Well, I was listening to our other two, and
we're funny.
While we were recording it, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, "This is horseshit. We're talking about nothing." So I just have faith that
I felt the same way. And you know what I also learned? Let me take you on a journey. When I was traveling from home to my brother's on Christmas Eve.
Are you 80s? Are you 94 of our 95 listens?
I'm one of them.
Okay, me too.
I decided to listen just for shits because I hate hearing the sound of my own voice. But I wanted to like self-assess, hear it from the other end.
I understand.
And I was listening, and there were several times that I was thinking, this isn't bad. However,
for the second one, I mean, come on.
I will say this. There were several times when we were filming or like recording the last episode that I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm going to stab him if he does not land this plane. Like he would just.
That's the point of that.
And then I listened. No.
Land the plane immediately.
Let me finish.
If you land the plane immediately, there's no fun in the journey.
No, you're right.
You got to fuck in the bathroom.
Journey. I just thought the journey was a lot longer than it needed to be. I felt like when we were recording, I felt like we had gone off the beaten path 47 times.
We keep it together.
But
we come full circle.
And like in that moment, I wanted to. It was driving me a little bit nuts.
It's like,
but then when I'm listening to it, I'm like, wow, it really wasn't as bad as I thought. I just have a short fuse, apparently, sometimes.
Yeah, and
so I was able to. I looked inward and I reflected.
Right. I think of it as good sex. You do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then at the end, you come together.
No pun intended.
No, all puns intended. At the end of good sex, you should come together. Right now, over me.
Bobby, I'm very happy that was a Beatles reference that you just made.
I just know the song, and it worked with "Come All Over Me."
It sure did.
Yep. And I was gonna talk about too. I totally forget now. You reminded me of it, but now I can't remember.
Coming together?
God. No, I always come together.
Good sex.
No. Oh yeah, good sex. Last night I was sitting here.
Oh God.
Learning how to do stuff, which obviously I didn't do that great of a job because I am doing. Oh, that stopped it. And Scott goes, bye. And I was like, where are you going?
I said,
and he was like, sex friend. And I was like, oh. And then he comes home and I didn't ask him about it because I was like, I'm going to ask you about it on the pod. So, how was last night? And who was it with? And what did you do? And
it was with my
cousin.
I'd
fuck your cousin.
Which one? I've got lots.
The hot one, you know which one. Starts with a J, ends with an ASIN.
However,
he's my boyfriend.
Yes, I got laid last night, and it was okay.
Did you take it up the ass, or did you give it up the ass?
I didn't. It was we didn't go that far. There was no penetration.
Then you didn't get laid.
Oral sex is sex.
No, it's not.
I told you that it was not going to be an exciting story.
Well, you can't say you got laid and then be like it was a blow.
Oral sex is sex. But it's not. It wasn't laid. Like, okay, I was expecting for more, but it didn't happen, which is why it wasn't so great. It just checked a box. So,
I mean, was it
just my regular person. I have a regular buddy here, and we've been doing this for 2 years now.
Was it established ahead of time that there would be? Oops.
We never really like go into it. We're just like, hey, you want to meet up tonight? Because we're at that point now where it's like, yeah.
You know what? I maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but there's no amount of miles I would travel for a blowjob. There just isn't.
I mean, I didn't go far.
I know, but I don't even think I'd go to the next building.
Well, what if you know the blowjob is good?
I mean,
that's why I went.
I don't know. I mean, is a blue? I don't know. I just don't think it's worth it.
You're fuzzy again.
I know. I need to shave.
Sorry,
you guys. I'm just.
No, I did. He did come into my room last night. He was like, "Was it good?" Blah blah blah. I'm like, and then when I would try to answer, he'd be like, "Nope, save it for the pod. Save it for the pod." Blah 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 blah.
Well, I wanted you to save it.
But I was like, don't get your hopes up. It's not that rewarding of a story. Like, I went over there expecting one thing. Something else happened. Totally fine. Not upset by it. We did our things. I said goodnight. See you later.
That sounds really...
It was very transactional. It's not always transactional.
That sounds really like...
Sometimes it's great. Most of the time it's great. Last night wasn't bad. It checked a box.
Yeah, but I don't know. What is this?
Oh, yeah. There was... Nope.
Hold on, you guys. I'm going to do a voice change for you just for fun.
Now I'm a monster. Oh my god. This is amazing. Look at my pussy. Oh my god. I want this voice. I love my babies. It's the most oh my god, listen to me.
I'm crying.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was hysterical.
Oh my god.
I put Dracula to shame right there.
That was a really good laugh. I enjoyed that laugh. Oh my god, that's the monster one.
I should get booked for that. That should be on soundboards.
Yeah, that was really good.
Ones that actually work.
No, I think we're good now.
We are. We're doing
Do I
great.
sound good in your head?
Yeah.
How's my head?
No complaints.
Thank you. I don't think that that's the same opinion that other people would have. But yeah, to wrap it up, I don't think there's much that I would travel for a blowjob. It's just like, you got to get
Well, to be
showered,
fair,
you got to be clean, and then you go over there just to do something you could kind of do on your own.
I promise you I cannot do that on my own.
Well, I mean, you can essentially get there.
Yeah, but I know I can get there, but sometimes I want somebody else to get me there. You know?
Yeah, I just don't really like people that much.
And if it's like 10 minutes down the road, why would you say no to that?
Well, you know what? I'm right across the hall, and I'm very offended by that.
I don't give a shit.
I know, but I just don't. I don't know. Let me know. Would you? How far is too far to
Call
travel? And then I thought,
no.
no, I was doing a Sex in the City thing.
Oh.
And then I thought, how far is too far to travel for a blowjob? Question mark.
I mean, Scott has no hesitation.
What do you mean?
I was finishing your narration.
No, it ends. I'm in a Sex and the City hole right now.
He's never watched it. He's a virgin.
I've never watched it, but I decided that I was gonna watch the what's it called?
And just like that.
Yeah, and just
Big
like that.
died.
That's awful.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, but that was just really abrupt how they did that. But I
thought it was hysterical.
I really have enjoyed Just Like That, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna dive into the matrix
plunge.
That is Sex in the City.
Plunge.
And I don't know how far I am. I think I'm season.
You're in season 4. Last time I checked.
Yeah, I'm in season 4, and I'm crackling again. God
Jesus
damn
Christ.
it! Sorry. Now
Okay,
I'm
I think
not.
we're good.
Yeah, and I can I tell you, I have tried to start Sex in the City 3 times. This is my 4th time.
I don't want you to tell me. I don't want you to tell me.
Why?
Just kidding. Go ahead.
Okay, we'll just sit here.
He said, "Can I tell you?"
We're just
What if I was like, "No,
We're just gonna sit
no."
Here. We're just gonna sit here. Let's just look at the camera.
Can I?
No. I'm going to tell you.
Can I speak?
I have tried 3 unsuccessful times to watch Sex in the City. Each time getting a little bit further. Every time starting from the beginning.
That's me with Game of Thrones.
Game with Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
You said Game with Thrones.
Did I?
Yeah. But
I'm 3 glasses of wine of this.
I'm now
trashy
at the 4th time starting it, and I just fucking plowed through it. And
You're in the zone.
Can I tell you?
You look forward to it, don't you?
I love it.
It's great.
It's so good.
It is good. It's a little bit dated.
There are some things, yeah. But there are also, it still
they
really
dropped
holds
the
up.
fag word like.
Well, you did.
I'm gay though. I can say it.
Yeah, but I really love it. It's
good. Great,
and most of it holds up. Most of it holds
up.
Yeah, most of it is still really good, and Carrie's fashion still holds up. Every episode, I'm like, I'd wear that. I'd wear that.
It's
I'd
great.
wear that.
Do you remember that was the time too where it was just like hard nipples?
Oh yeah.
The t-shirt.
There's even that episode where they have nipple pasties that make it look like your nipples are hard.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, the nipple had its moment.
But like, I want to go back to that moment.
But you know what? I wanted to be on the train where like the new version doesn't even need Samantha, because like I was never an original OG fan, and now I'm like, I need Samantha.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love Samantha back, but like I don't.
No,
I still think it's doing. I like it. I think it's doing just fine.
Look at your own vagina in a hand. I just love her. She's just my favorite character.
I'm Team Miranda.
Well, actually, I love Carrie. And can we talk about Aiden?
I like Aiden minus the fact that
I liked him
controlling.
Yeah, right now they're at the country house. You know,
it's been a while, but yeah.
And he's starting to get a little on my nerves.
Okay.
But he's also Carrie gets on my nerves. I love her.
Yeah.
But she gets on my nerves. I think, is she supposed to? I think because people complain, like in the reviews, you'll see like everyone loves it, and then the people who are complaining like Carrie's a whiny bitch and like, and I'm like, I think she's written to be kind of like a selfish whiny bitch. Like, I think that's her character.
I don't see Carrie as whiny. I just see. I guess I have a much more
I see her
opinion about it.
I see her as
because
kind of whiny.
I make those mistakes. I have made those mistakes, and I don't consider myself a whiny person.
No, but I mean,
but we've all been there. We've all did what we had to do to try to make what this situation was perfect. And
yeah, I guess.
I'm
a fan of her. I'm just saying.
Yes, of
I'm
course.
just playing devil's advocate because that's what I read online, and that's what I went in because I read all the reviews, and so I went in thinking everyone says Carrie's a whiny bitch, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, how is she going to screw this up with Aiden? But then Aiden is kind of getting on my nerves. He's allowing right now Big to come around, and it's
that's the other thing
kind
too,
of gracious of him. But then I'm like, why is Carrie wanting Big? It's kind
why
of
does she need to be allowed?
Yeah. Well, first of all, why does she need to have him around?
Also, yes, because I'm unpopular opinion right here. Ready?
Yeah.
Not a fan of Big.
Oh no, me neither. I think he's so far 4 seasons.
I think they're very compatible.
They're the exact.
I just don't
I had a
think
realization the other day. They're the exact same person.
Exactly.
They're the exact same person, except he's older and more macho and
But I do feel like Carrie's a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more go with the flow.
She's resisting being him this whole series. That's why she's with Aiden and she's this is my I'm changed. But she's still hanging on to it. That's where I am right now in the series. And I have to tell you,
wine is terrible.
Yeah, this wine isn't good.
It is just fucking awful.
But you know what?
But it's almost gone.
It was free. It was free. And so I'm really digging Sex and the City. I've seen the movies. I saw Just Like That. And I just felt like it was
okay. What are your thoughts on the movie? Which is
I'm gonna rewatch them. I have to give fresh thoughts.
Okay,
now.
that's fair.
So we'll do that.
Because
there's something for you to look forward to.
There's a lot of opinions about one of the movies.
Well, Sex and the City 2, everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows Sex and the City 2 is not everybody's favorite, and that's fine. I just like it because isn't that the
fabulous,
one where Charlotte shits her pants?
But it's just not.
Isn't that the one where Charlotte shits her pants in Abu Dhabi?
I think.
Abu Dhabi do.
I need to rewatch it too. It's been too long.
One of the movies, Charlotte shits her pants. And you know what, girl? I feel for her. Who hasn't?
Well.
Let's tell a shit a pants story.
I think that's where we should end. Tell your shit a pants story.
No, we both have to tell a shit.
I've only done it one time.
Bullshit.
One time.
I have done it so many times.
I know, which is why I'm concerned for your well-being.
Sometimes I'm a very trusting person. So, not really. I'm not actually really not. But I tend to try. I'm like Carrie. She trusts the wrong men, and I just trust the wrong farts. Farts in the city. I'm just going through my farts when they went with a Cosmo.
Gas in the city.
But tell us the one time you shit your pants, please.
Oh, it was in college.
Mm-hmm.
I had ate something that did not agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
I also might have been hungover. Chances are I probably was if it was in college. And then I was a very busy person in college. I remember I was also
a very busy woman.
I was also straight at the time, so I was
you were straight at the time.
Yes.
Were you?
And I had a girlfriend. But
tell us about that intimacy.
There wasn't any.
How was her vagina? Was it?
It was hairy.
Was it really?
And there's no shame in that. Okay,
no.
None whatsoever.
I don't like a big out of
However,
control bush.
The fact that there was a thick, dense.
I want my neighbors to at least mow the lawn once a month.
A thick and dense forest.
Did you just look at it?
It had nothing to do with that.
Did you just
look
at
it? It had to do with the fact that it was just happened to be a vagina. And I no disrespect to vaginas. They're just not for me.
If there are any vaginas listening,
I am a huge.
We still love you. You give
life. It
was
in fact that moment that I was like, I can't do this anymore. I just can't. I can't.
Wait, were you just looking at it?
And I came out soon after.
Or did you kiss it?
I was going down.
Did you flick the?
I was
going. The pleasure
I was
center?
sliding down during a makeout sesh.
Sliding down with your mouth?
With my hand, you idiot.
Oh.
We were making out.
And you pulled her pubes out and she screamed. She was like, ow!
I was hesitating because obviously.
You were like, here I come. Are you ready for these
and
digits?
She kind of And like more power to her. She took control and kind of like
she wanted those big gay digits.
Yeah, she's like
she wanted those big gay digits in her
and
vagina.
Then I felt it. Like I hit the
and it was just like
the forest.
It's just like putting your hand
and
in
I
a
was
bowl
like
of macaroni
I
and cheese.
just it was at that moment that
was
I
it like Velveeta shells and cheese?
Thank God this girl was religious, because I was like, you know what?
Because you made her scream, Jesus Christ.
I don't feel right doing this yet. And we stopped, and I was relieved, to say the least. But anyway,
this isn't the same story where you shit your pants.
No,
it?
this was the girl that I was dating, and it was just after that that I came
like,
out of the closet.
Oh, okay. I was waiting for you to be like, and then I just like
no, but like pants. I remember because I was a huge just loser. Okay, for most of my schooling life.
No, you were not.
I mean, just massive. But so I was like a choir nerd. I hung out with all the theater kids. We had a great time. I mean, don't fuck. A theater kid knows how to party than any parties better than any other type of human being ever.
Yeah. For sure.
But she was a theater kid, and she was like a musical theater major. And part of her major is they had to like, there was a directing class, and they all had to like direct skit, like little one-act plays.
Mm-hmm.
And I was acting in one of them for her. But it was like after choir practice.
How are you as an actor?
You know what? I really think I missed a call. I could have done it.
Do you think you could act?
I do.
Do you think I could act?
Yes.
Do you think I could act?
I do.
What do you see me acting in? Like a Downton Abbey role? Let me pose it. If you're watching, let me. What do you see? What kind of actor?
I do see you as like obviously in a comedy role. I see you like Jaime in Broad City, or like what's that guy, the gay guy in Search Party? Like you would definitely be typecast. I think I would be too.
I was thinking more like Magic Mike.
Oh, I was thinking more like for
myself,
like fences.
Taking the tickets at the door. I play the ticket taker on Magic Mike. I sit on a stool in the front door and I rip tickets.
I work in
ticket
booth.
And I'm like, enjoy your show.
But anyway, back to the shitting of the pants.
Wait, I'm not done about. No one's ever told me they thought I could be an actor before, and I want to milk this.
We just can't breeze by that, can't we?
No, I just need to milk this.
I just think you can do it. I don't know what you would do. I think you could do it.
Give me a quick script and tell me what to act out, and I'll act it out.
What I think you would be great at.
No. Tell me. Just tell me. Give me a script.
Give me a script. I don't like.
Just tell me like a couple lines to say and how to say it, and I'll do it.
Okay, I want you to give me hit me with some Britney Spears lyrics, but convince me with them in with just talking. Just sell it to me. Give me that moment.
Okay, hold on.
But I want you to look me dead in the eye. And
hold on.
perform.
Okay, let me.
And if you use a prop, bonus points.
Ooh, hold on. Let me think some more.
This is great for audio programming. Thank God this is
it will
show
be
that everybody gets to watch.
Because I'm gonna sell it with my voice.
Okay.
I need to pull up something real quick. So I went and saw you act in something. I believe it was an opera.
It was an opera.
It's still on one of my YouTube channels. I'll find it.
Please don't.
I'll find it. I will find it.
Like I said,
what was that
giant
opera?
Loser. I was in 3.
What were they?
I was in A Mall and the Night Visitors. I was in Gilbert and Sullivan's The Gondoliers. I was in Don Giovanni.
Is that it?
I believe so.
All right, are you ready for me?
Okay, Britney Spears lyrics. Don't know what song he's doing yet. Probably won't know by the time he's done either. But he's not singing it.
No, I'm gonna.
And I don't want any impressions of Britney Spears either.
Oh no, I would never.
Okay, this is your moment.
Okay.
All right, you just walked into a room. I'm a producer. I'm the director. Let's fix the fuzziness.
Jesus Christ. Bear with. Everything's fucking up.
Everything's coming up roses.
Everything sounds like shit because they made me move. I had all this set up. God damn
I
it.
didn't make you do shit.
Somebody did. Oh my God.
Oh God, bless America.
Donald Trump save us all. Ooh.
All right.
I think that's better.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
No, I'm still vibrating.
Uh,
Something is vibrating.
Is it from your MRI?
It might be. Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
I hope that happens.
Oh,
I hope that happens to me. I hope I got powers and that everything becomes a musical. That is okay. All right.
all right, ready?
Here I go.
All right, up next we have Miss Bobby Jean Spears giving us a monologue. All right, we're ready when you are, Miss Spears. Action.
Baby, can't you see? I'm falling. A guy like you should wear a warning. You're dangerous. I'm falling. Dun, 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 dun. There's no escape. I can't wait. I need a hit, baby. Give me it. You're dangerous. I'm loving it.
I actually know the song. And cut.
And scene.
I think we've seen enough.
And we've seen enough. I think I could be an actor. I would rather be on a show where it is like someone's like, this is the situation, act this out, go.
All right, I've got one for you.
What? A monologue?
Yes.
From what movie?
I want you to see if you can guess it.
No. My fiance. My fiance! My wife in practice, if not yet by law, and you will honor me. You will honor me the way a wife is required to honor her husband. What's that from?
I don't know. Oh, it's Titanic.
Yes, that's when Billy Zane flips the table, and Rose is like, oh, Trudy, I'm so sorry, Trudy. Trudy, let me help. It's all right, miss. That's one of my favorite scenes. My wife in practice, if not yet by law, and you will honor me. You will honor me the way a wife is required to honor her husband. Those were actually my wedding vows. What are you looking at?
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Are you going to act it out?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I get a performance.
Okay.
All right. Okay, go. Is this a Britney Spears song?
No.
Oh.
I want to see if you can guess it.
Okay.
Because it's real tacky.
Okay.
You want love? We'll make it. Swim in a deep sea of blankets. Take all your big plans and break them. This is bound to be a while. Your body is a wonderland.
Is it Your Body is a Wonderland? By
But
John
you were
Mayer.
convinced. You were on the edge of your seat the whole time.
I was
was
trying to think what
selling
it was. I was trying to think, what is this? But yeah, that's really good. I think you could probably, I don't know. Who would be a better serious, dramatic actor?
Oh, for sure me.
Why? I could be very serious.
I
Watch. Sir, I know you came in here for the common cold, but it turns out you have chlamydia. It is a mutant variant of chlamydia that cannot be controlled with antibiotics. You have 3 hours left to live.
That's
I'm
just like
sorry.
dry comedy to me. That's not.
No, I'm telling you, you're dying.
Now here's what I could see. Yeah, I'm not convinced.
I know you came in here with the sniffles, but you have cancer.
Nope.
You have 3 hours left to live.
I can't. Nope, it's not working.
You just flatlined, ma'am.
Ma'am, you're dead.
Ma'am, you are dead. Could you please leave?
Can you be quiet? We're trying to bury you.
Yeah, ma'am. That's what I felt like today in my MRI. I felt like I was a dead body in a
Like
morgue
going
drawer.
into the oven.
In a morgue drawer. No.
Oh.
In one of that's what it feels like.
Ew.
Yeah, it's like
That's kind of
if
hot,
you
though,
overthink
too.
hot.
Oh yeah.
What if I would have gotten a boner in that machine and it was on the MRI? I would have just been like,
I'm sure it wasn't the first time, and I'm sure it wouldn't have been the last.
No, I probably would almost guarantee you it would be the first time someone popped a boner in an MRI
I
machine.
highly doubt that. I can probably say, I will say,
I was in there jerking
I
off,
bet
and they
you
were like, "Can you stop
every
moving?"
man, anybody with a penis who has ever gotten an MRI,
I bet a woman would like it
I
better.
bet you at least one.
It was like
Actually,
sitting
no,
on.
I would say at least 10
It was like sitting on the dryer.
have gotten some erect.
It was like sitting on the dryer for a woman. It was like. So I think a woman would enjoy an MRI. So if you're out there looking for the perfect gift for a woman, get her an MRI for New Year's. Get her a gift certificate to the local radiology department at your local health clinic.
You know all about the clinic.
The free clinic. But I really...
Now here's the dramatic role I could see you being in.
Oh, okay. Because Jim Carrey does dramatic roles.
Just like the bitch. Just serving, just throwing shade. And because there's nothing you love more than to go off on somebody.
Dare you break wind before me?
No, not that.
Oh.
Like, I'm thinking like Beth from Yellowstone.
Oh, yeah. I could definitely do that. I've said things to some people that I have looked back on and been floored by. A lot of it to my mother.
And the thing is, though, is I could see you being in drag doing it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, that would be fun.
You'd just...
But I wouldn't have to. Remember? Well, you don't remember, but one time I threw a huge fit, or like straight up screamed at someone in the movie theater for telling me to turn my phone off. And it was during the previews, so he sucked my ass. But he like tapped me on the shoulder and turned me around, so he touched me. So first off, I'm like, you're touching
don't
me.
invade my space.
You're touching me. And he pulls me back, like, pulls me back. And I was like, like that, like,
Yeah.
you know? And I was startled. I was like, like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with
like,
you.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay. And he goes, turn your phone off. And I stood up and I looked him dead in his eye and I go, the movie hasn't even fucking started yet, so I suggest you go find your seat and sit the fuck down. And I looked to my right to get back up from John, and he was just looking straight ahead. Like he was not even with me. Like I was, like if someone had done that to John, and John was like pissed at him, I would have been like, yeah, fuck you. Get out of here, you bitch. John's like, I'm so sorry about him. Yeah. I'm going to take him home soon. Yeah. He doesn't get out much. But no, I had absolutely zero backup.
So, back to shitting my pants.
Oh, yes. Thanks, oops, I crapped my pants. When did you do it?
Anyway, I went to dinner.
What was the consistency, color, and smell?
I went to choir practice.
I don't want to know.
I went to dinner, I went to choral rehearsal, and then I went to...
What'd you have for dinner?
I don't even remember. It was whatever the
Did you smell it later? Take a taste.
What's it called at college where you go eat?
Oh, the slop?
No,
the slop hall?
It's like the cafeteria. Like
the mess hall?
No, that's in the military.
The mess hall?
We called it the Aladdin.
The cafeteria.
Yeah, that's because that was like the food service. It was called Aladdin. So we would just go to I went to the Aladdin.
The dining hall.
The dining hall. Yes.
Where you dine.
Christ.
Where
As
you
we
dine.
sit here at the dining room table.
No, this is a studio.
Yes.
This is our studio. The Hey Girl Studios.
But no. So I'd gone to dinner. I'd gone to choral rehearsal. Then I'd gone to rehearse for my one-act play.
And people thought you were straight.
I know.
Oh God, those poor people.
But then, like, during the rehearsal, like, during the acting part of it, I was like, oh, shit. It's going to happen soon. I'm like, oh, but this will be quick. Like, the rehearsals, like, never lasted more than, like, a half an hour. For some reason that day it went on for, like, upwards of an hour.
Jesus Christ.
And then I was supposed to meet Alex and I were supposed to, the girl, sorry, shit. Edit that out.
No.
The girl and I were supposed to meet after to, like, hang out.
You think she's listening?
But I was like, I had to quickly bail.
She's listening, going, that's the one that got away. That's the one that got away. Talking about shitting his pants.
She was a great girl.
They all are. Till you realize they have a pussy.
Stop it. But it was the place where I was rehearsing was right next to, like, the music hall, like the music building where we would study. That's where all of my classes were.
Yeah, I get that. Most colleges are organized by building and
subject. So I knew that the music building was close, and I knew that there was a onesie downstairs where all the practice rooms were.
I love a onesie bathroom.
Yes, and when you got a number 2, you need a onesie. Yeah. I'm not one of those people that...
I'm one of those people that will go to the handicap bathroom. I'm sorry. I will jump in front of someone in a wheelchair and take a dump and be like, I am so sorry.
I know. I'm a home pooper, so like I don't like to go anywhere outside of home. And if I have to, it has to be a onesie.
And when he does it at home, it's in the middle of the living room.
I use GSP pad, to be fair. No,
shut up. You know I've done that.
No, save it.
That's not technically shitting your pants. That's actually being like MacGyver.
No, it's not.
I was resourceful. What was I supposed to do?
I don't know. But anyway, I went to the music room. I was there. It was about to come out of me. I was turning green during that rehearsal. I remember feeling like I bet if there was a camera on me and there was footage of it, my ass was green because I was sick and I could smell it coming out of my pores almost. Like it was so bad.
Your hole.
But it was right when I pulled the door open to the stall of the bathroom. It initiated some kind of reaction and a release.
Oh, you at least made it to the bathroom.
And it was just Brown Town straight from there.
Girl, every time I've done it, But
it was not solid.
Well, I would hope not. I don't know many people who have let a full turd into their pants.
Well, no, like...
If it was a firm turd, it would have been easier to hold back. You could have clenched.
That was the days before fiber pills.
I'm verklempt. Excuse me. Well, let's see.
But it was a horrible... I just threw my underwear in the trash can and
As one does.
Yes. And I was out of there. And I went home. Thank God I lived right around the corner. And I went home and just immediately took a shower. And I have never felt
Do you remember
so low in my life. And I remember texting you whilst sitting on the toilet, cleaning myself up, texting you and saying, well, it finally happened. We're on the same page. I just shit myself.
Remember when my grandpa shit his pants after your during your choir concert? Because we went to a concert of Scott's when he was in college choral choir.
We had come to my hometown,
and it had come to our hometown on tour. It was just
we were touring.
It was like it was like a Friends reunion. It was huge news. It was all over the Parkersburg News and Sentinel.
I hated college. Was great, but I was never my real self. However, choir tour.
You love that. I know you love that.
Best.
But anyway, he comes to this church and we're all there. It's hot in there, first of all. And my grandpa already felt like he was a little sick to his tummy. And
he'd gone to the Mountaineer Family Restaurant right beforehand.
Is that really what he went to?
No, it wasn't there to the Dog House, probably.
It was, I don't know. The Dog House wasn't, yeah, it was. I don't know what it was. But anyways, he was already complaining before, I don't know, my stomach hurts. I might have to go to the bathroom during this. So let me sit on the aisle. We prepared. We knew that he might have to make an emergency run. And right before the fucking concert starts, this woman comes up and says, just a quick announcement before we get started.
This is true.
There is no water here today. So we have, the bathrooms are unusable. So just a quick message. Okay. And now we're going to, and my grandpa looked at me with fear, the fear of God in his eyes.
And we were in a church.
And I looked at him and it hadn't even started. And I was like, do you want the keys to my car? And he was like, I'm going to have to. And he took his big self, put it in my little Chevy Malibu.
With those big droopy balls.
Couldn't figure out how to adjust the seat. So he's basically tits on the steering wheel, just speeding to his house, makes it to his house, fumbles with his keys, finally gets the right key into the hole, and then just shits his pants. And it was, that's the story of how my grandfather shit his pants.
All right.
So now let's go to me.
What's the ultimate
Which
shit
time?
Story? The worst, most shameful time.
Okay, well, I have a couple different shameful poop things. I have the thing at Buckle, and I have the thing with the potty pad. These are all good deep teases. And I have multiple Sharts.
I don't want this. I know.
Sharts are shitting your pants.
I know, but like that's
farts
just like,
is shit.
That's a story to like abridge from one.
I sharted at a tailgate before
let's keep those coming organically.
I sharted at a Mexican restaurant once before a WVU football game and had to wash my pants in the bathroom of the Mexican restaurant.
Oh, that's
and it was 90 degrees outside.
Oh God!
And I had just had quesadillas and salsa, and I was already not feeling good. But everybody dragged me to this and made me have a margarita, and I was just like, "You guys, I don't feel good." And then we went outside, and I just.
How old were you?
I was with my friend Juliet. So
you were in college.
Yeah. I was tailgating.
You had been potty trained.
I was tailgating with like people that I was trying to like come off as cool with. And I just was sitting at a picnic table. I remember it clear as day. I was just like, oh God, I'm just going to let this fart out real quick. And I just like lifted a cheek. And I was like, just let it out slowly release your sphincter. And it just filled me to the brim.
Okay.
And so I was like, one second, I'm going to go pee. And I traipsed to the bathroom and I had to clean myself. That's just a short story.
But no, I think we should do I think the buckle story. The buckle story is for sure the best.
Do you know which one what it is?
Where you had to
transferring? The transfer?
Yeah, that's not really in the pants though. So
But that's probably my most embarrassing poop story.
No, but we were talking about shitting of the pants. We'll save poop stories for another day. That'll be a deep tease.
Well, the worst time I ever shit my pants. I'm like
this year
when I make it really big, and I'm my first big interview with like Barbara Wall. She'll be like, I'll be like, well, Barbara, the worst time I ever shit my pants probably was in 2013 when I had the flu. I shit the bed, literally. And
that's hot.
Yeah, and it was. And frothy. Hot and frothy. That was my grinder name. But I woke up in my own filth. And
as one does.
Yeah, and then somehow the person I was living with at the time talked me into holding my drawers up.
And we're going to post that
No,
online.
we are not. That is only for the $10 tier.
Yes, if you want to go an extreme bitch to see this bitch holding up his like underwear, Jared from Subway style, like off to
if you join the extreme betch tier, I will post. I've never posted. 2 people own that photo. I don't even own it. I want it scrubbed from the world. But 2 people own it and will never let it go. They'll get as many phones as they want. They will make sure that photo is in the cloud somewhere. John can pull it up. John can pull it up at the drop of a hat.
He did the other night when we were out to dinner at the Mexican restaurant.
She talked me into holding my pantalones up to
You're freshly soiled.
Yeah, just like with this like grin, like oops, and like I'm holding it, and there's just this like brown green, and they're bright white. They're the brightest white.
The contrast of colors is just vivid. Could not be any more vivid contrast.
The brightest white underwear ever, and I'm just sitting there smiling, holding them, like look what I did. And that was, and I wasn't conscious. I slept through it. I did it in my sleep.
You literally had like instead of a wet dream, you had like a wet shit.
Yeah. And then
in bed.
The only other time that's been like alarming.
Were you drunk?
No, I had the flu.
Oh, you had the flu. That's right.
Yes.
So you basically had anal leakage.
I mean, if it
did you wake up as it was happening, or did you sleep through it and like wake up the next morning?
I don't know, but it's weird that I'm looking at you and you're looking over there.
I'm performing for the kids. I'm giving them what they came for.
But I slept through it. I woke up like in the middle of the night and I put them in a shopping
that's what
bag.
I'm saying. Do you think you like completed and then like kind of like moved a little bit and was like, oh?
I think I just.
And your body was like, yo, something's happened.
No, I think I just farted in my sleep and a bunch of poop came out. To be honest. That's the summary.
I just farted in my sleep and a bunch of poop came out.
That's the short version because it was coming out of both ends all day long. I was sick as fuck. And
God. Was John in bed with you?
No, it was before I met him.
Oh, thank God.
It was right. It was like the month.
Could you imagine like being dating John in the early.
Well,
I
see,
don't think you'd be together today.
What would you have done if you were me and you did it? What would you have done with the underwear?
I would have disposed of the evidence so fast.
I put them
like it had never happened.
I put them in a plastic shopping bag, tied it up, and put it under the sink in the kitchen.
Why?
Because I thought no one would find it.
But you didn't think to put them in the garbage?
No. But the next day, my roommate was like, "What's in here?" And I was like, "Nothing." And then I told her, and she was like, "Oh my God, nah." And I showed her, and then she was like, "Well, I'm taking a picture." And I was like, "I love you." So
what is going through your mind to think, I know what I'll do with these shitty underwear.
It's the middle of the night.
I'm going to put them in a Walmart
It's the middle
bag.
of the night.
You still put them in the fucking trash can?
Then people would smell it.
Oh, and they're not going to smell it through, like, the little door on the fucking vanity of the...
My plan was to snatch it the next day and take it to the dumpster.
So
but she found them before that.
Oh, God. See, I would have been in fight or flight mode. I would have been awake.
It was the middle of the night.
I would have been awake. It would have woken me up.
Do you remember the time...
Did you, like, wash your sheets immediately?
I don't remember.
You didn't. I know that you did.
I don't remember. But do you remember the time that I was in New York City with my family and I...
At the Balvadunk?
No, this was at a different hotel.
Okay.
I don't remember. The Iroquois, maybe? And I peed the bed in the hotel room. I was a full-sized adult. Let's be clear. I was in my 20s.
You do need diapers.
And I peed the bed, and I was embarrassed, so embarrassed, that I stripped the whole bed, and I wadded all the sheets up, and I like went down a few floors of the hotel, and then just wadded them up and dumped them in the hallway and ran.
I thought you put them on a maid's cart.
No, I dumped them by a maid's cart in the hallway.
Okay.
And then
You're a terrible human.
Well, I thought I got away with it. So we had the rest of the day. I told my dad that I sweat the bed and like I just needed new ones and like they were on their way and not to worry about it. And then when we come back from dinner that night, there is a note under our door from hotel management.
Yeah, because there's probably cameras everywhere.
We saw the person staying in this room
dispose of sheets.
They thought I was dumping like a body or like dumping something, like getting rid of it, like, and I had to literally call the front desk and say, I peed in those and I was embarrassed. So I hid them. But they had me on security camera. They found it very suspicious and we got a note. And my parents were very proud.
I can see your dad being like, you're a fucking idiot.
No, he really was. I blamed it.
Nuts.
I blamed it on an antibiotic that I was on. But I don't know if that's even a side effect of an antibiotic, but I was on one. And so I just blamed it on that.
All right.
Has an antibiotic ever made you pee your pants? I don't know.
I haven't been on a lot of antibiotics. Well, that's not true. Every time I've gotten the clap, I've had...
clap.
But
Oh, I was going to fart for you.
Oh.
But... All right. I think we can wrap this up. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and on that note,
I think we can kick it. I want to request that everybody please, pretty please, subscribe to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Google, Flugel, Toogle, Blapple, Schnapple, all the places you get your podcasts.
Anywhere
Please
podcasts are found.
We would love a review that is 5 stars and.
Yeah, only if they're 5 stars.
Yeah.
If you feel compelled to write something, please do.
If it's
if it's good.
If it's mean,
if it's bad, just DM us.
Just don't listen.
Send it to my Instagram. I promise I'll never read it.
Yeah, just don't listen again, and that's fine. That's review enough. We don't need you to call us fags and tell us we suck,
because we are and we do.
Yes. So
and we know that.
So just please like and subscribe, and please consider going to our Patreon and joining even the basic betch tier. It would mean a lot to us. We have fun doing this. I know that we literally give you no substance.
Oh, no.
Should we do a deep episode one day?
You know what? Let's get a fan following first and let Deb decide. Let's put
quick gun to your head decision, if we do a serious episode, what would it be on?
I don't know, because I don't know how to be serious with you.
Me neither. The fear in your eyes Your eyes doubled in size when I said what would we
I
say?
mean, death.
Yeah, I love death. We could talk about that.
I'm fascinated by death.
We could talk about death and family, and how sometimes it's good when they die.
I don't have that.
Have a great day, everybody.
Okay.
If you're on your way to work, sucks for you. If you're working out, listening to us at the gym, that sucks for you too.
You know what? You're slacking. You should pick it up a little bit.
Go home and jerk off.
Like a normal person.
That's my cardio.
I do it 4 times a day. That's why I'm so thin and trim.
Well, why do you think I'm wasting away? But Scott, I had fun.
So did I. This was great.
Yeah, I don't know what we talked about.
I don't either. Don't ask for a recap. Couldn't do it.
All right. Bye, girl.
See you later, gal.
And bye.
Thanks for watching the free show.
I hope you like this
now
free
subscribe.
show. Fucking moochers. We love it. I'm a moocher too.
We're also poor, so don't feel bad. We're just giving you shit.
You don't buy a car before you test drive it.
You don't. That's about sex.
It's also about this.
All right.
Maybe they don't want to commit. Maybe
I've got commitment issues. We'll learn more about that later on the deep episode.
Do you think this test drive anyone's gonna?
We'll find out.
All right. I hope you enjoyed your test drive.
Stay tuned to us. We'll stay tuned to you.
All right, you guys. Thank you. Cheers. Oh, fuck. On that note, let's shimmy out.